I'm just crossing my leg. Oh, my glutes are really sore, which is, I think, is my butt muscles. If you've clicked on this video, then the reason why you're here is because you want to learn how to upload properly sized images for your food blog. Now, if you're not a food blogger and you're like a, I don't know, a parasailing blogger or a knitting blogger, then this video will be fine for you as well. This works for any and all bloggers. My name's Kelsey. I run a food blog called The Golden Lamb. I've been running it for about a year, and so I have a really good understanding of how to properly prepare images for website consumption. 70% of all traffic on the internet is done on a mobile device. Only 30% is done via desktop. The beauty of that is you can really minimize the amount of data on an image for your food blog, and it will still look really, really crisp on a phone, right? Desktop, it's gonna be massive. Phone, it's gonna be this big. Crisp. The reason why that's so important is because Google places an incredible amount of value on how quickly your website loads. One of the things that you can do to impact your website load speed is to properly format your images. And in today's video, I'm going to show you precisely how to do that. Okay, so in order to do this method, you're going to need to subscribe to the Adobe Photography plan. This is only 10 bucks a month, which is less than a Netflix subscription. It's less than 2 orange mocha frappuccinos at Starbucks.
What? Orange mocha frappuccino!
What you're going to do is once you've downloaded and installed Adobe Photoshop, you're going to grab a picture that you took. So I've navigated here to one of my recipes for strawberry compote. And I'm gonna go ahead and open up one of these images here. Okay, so this is a raw file. That's what the .nef stands for, which means that I took these photos with my camera, my DSLR. If you take your photos with an iPhone or an Android, you'd follow the exact same process. Now, since this is a raw photo that was taken with my DSLR, it's going to automatically open this up in a miniature window called Camera Raw. Now, Camera Raw is installed by default with Photoshop, so this isn't anything extra. Camera Raw gives you more control over making fine-tune adjustments to your image than you would get with an iPhone. So if you took your photos with an iPhone and you open them up in Photoshop, you would not get this window. I'm going to hit open, and this is going to open that photo in Adobe Photoshop. Now, once we're in here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the crop tool, and we're going to select the ratio and change this to 5:7. And we're going to swap this so that it crops properly in the landscape view. And then I am just going to frame where I want my image to crop. I'm going to double click and it is going to crop the image. Now, one of the reasons why I go with 5:7 is because I know that the majority of images that I put in my blog are 5:7. Now, if you look at this blog post I'm showing you right now, as we scroll, you can see that the majority of my photos are in this landscape mode. The very first photo in my blog post is actually 2:3, which is the proper size for Pinterest. What you do at this point is go up to File, Export, Export As. Now here is where things get really fun. Pay attention to this window over here. Right here, this says that this is a PNG, and it is 5600 by 4000 pixels, and it's almost 50 megabytes. We would never want to upload something this large. And so the first step is to go up to Format, click on the drop down and change this to JPEG. Next, come down to image size, and my personal preference is, since we cropped this to a 7:5 aspect ratio, I'm going to follow that and I'm going to say I want my width to be 700 pixels, and it's automatically going to make the height 500. The whole point of this is to export images that are small but still look good, because you want your website to load quickly. Pay attention to this number right here. We are going to drag the slider down until we get to about, anywhere between 50 and 80 kilobytes is the range you want to go for. We could go down a step further to a 3 quality, and this is at about 48.4 kilobytes. This is actually a perfect size. Now you can see that there is barely any noticeable change to the photo quality when we go from high to 3. So if you're viewing this on a mobile phone, it's going to look crisp no matter what. If they're viewing it on a desktop, the change in quality is barely visible, and only 20 to 30% of all traffic to your site is done on a desktop computer, so it's kind of a moot point. All right, so here, now that we've got it down to 40, 50 kilobytes, we're gonna hit export, and we're gonna choose our location. And I'm gonna go ahead and name this strawberry compote recipe sliced strawberries, because that's what's in the image. I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna insert an image, and I'm gonna go upload, and I'm gonna navigate to that image, and that's right here, strawberry compote recipe. I'm going to open that. I'm going to add a caption saying exactly what's happening, sliced strawberries. Okay, Google actually reads the caption when it does a crawl. And then I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna scroll down to where it says alt text. All you're going to do is you're going to type in exactly what's going on in the image. Sliced strawberries on a cutting board. That is exactly what's going on in the image. That is it. Now, if these steps are too much for you to remember and you don't want to come back to this video, well, I've created a PDF for you that you can download if you click on the link in the description of the video below. And it just simply walks you through, step by step, what you need to do in order to format your photos for your blog. If you'd like to stop wasting time writing blog posts that no one ever sees, then you're going to want to watch this video here, or maybe it's this video or here. I'm not sure how the end screens on YouTube work yet, so it's over here somewhere. So check that video out. If you want to see my most recent recipe post, then you can indulge me by watching it right here. Thanks again for watching. My name's Kelsey, and have a wonderful year or decade. I hope you have a wonderful decade. I hope the 2020s are good to you, because they've been pretty crazy so far.